Sometimes I come back to Ryse and Rome just for, I don't know if it's nostalgia or because I actually still enjoy the game. Releasing in 2013 as the Xbox One exclusive, showing off the beautiful graphics that this console could do, it, well, received mixed reviews. It was beautiful, and people liked it because of that, but apart from that, gameplay-wise, it was incredibly basic, with quick time events that didn't really have too much of an effect on the overall gameplay itself, a lackluster story with incredibly shallow characters, and a multiplayer that basically died on impact. A bit like my nan when she fell down the stairs. But despite that, I still go back to it time and time again. I think mostly it comes down to the fact of not having a decent replacement. No Roman games have come across my desk that have ever really interested me, at least ones that are story-filled that I can get down and gritty in. I love strategy as much as the next guy, but sometimes you just want to chop someone's head off in a shield wall. And granted, you couldn't really do that in Ryse because historical accuracy was probably the last on their mixture of ingredients. Hey, Ryse 2 has been announced and it will be coming at some point in the future. So let's actually go and see what they really accomplished back in 2013. Okay, so I played a bit of the game. When I say I played a bit of the game, I've almost finished the game. This is towards the end of it. If you haven't played Ryse and Rome, there pretty much is no spoilers. He goes to a forest, he gets captured, or he frees some captured people. He has a tussle with Boudica. Then he goes back, and then everyone kind of hates him, and he has to try and win his way out of the gladiator arena. And that's pretty much it. Then you end it by killing an emperor. But we have just got into the next stage where it starts to get a little bit more intense. There's going to be way more rolling, because if you didn't know, you just do a lot of rolling. It's like Dark Souls, but without the hard bits. And there's a lot more stabbing, and boy, do I love stabbing. Also, if the Romans had this sort of technology, I think they probably would have fallen, well, never. But this game came out in 2013. Don't forget that. Look how gorgeous it is. Also, on that note, I need to, yeah, not get hit. Still not get hit. Don't stop hitting me. Stop. Oh god, we missed that one. So with this thing here, you can sort of change what you get when you do executions. You'll see what I mean by executions. It's pretty awesome. But yeah, we have no health, so we're gonna have to... Ow. I just realized I hadn't upgraded all my stuff. That's very awkward, that. Yes, we did it that time. Look, it just took a little bit of getting used to. I haven't played it in quite some time. Hey, but what we do have here is a beautiful little barrel. Whoa, oh my god, they've come out of nowhere. So you pretty much, you just press X and then you press A to block, then you press A to block him, then you press X, then you press A to block him, and then you can sort of press Y if you want to do a heavy one, and then you can sort of like go into an execution if you really want to, and then you just sort of stab on their head, and then if this guy tries to attack you, you just sort of then go into an execution with him as well, and then you stab him and slice his throat, and then you get more damage boost. So, yeah, that's the game, folks. You see, this was the reason why it came out where it just didn't have that popularity to keep people coming back, because it is so bare bones. And don't get me wrong, I do kind of love it in some ways, but there is really nothing to this combat. And as far as I'm aware, I've got this on a fairly high difficulty, but even if I don't do anything like that, I didn't press Y, which is what I should have done. And of course, the attack still gets complete, because all it does is just decide how many bonuses you get from doing the execution. It doesn't actually affect whether you complete the execution or not. I guess that's because the game is saying, look, you've already got him down to enough health, so, you know, you killed him anyway. But it would have been nice for it to actually have some sort of difficulty level, whereas this is just ridiculous. Gory and beautiful, but ridiculous. Don't get me wrong. And I look badass in this outfit. I look so badass in this outfit. Sorry. Nope, I pressed the wrong button there. But it didn't seem to matter, so we're all okay. You get it, guys. It's like Gladiator. It's the same thing, right? Oh, no. Except from there's a big boy. There's a real big boy. So those guys you cannot block. You've just got to dodge. Nope, I can't block him either. Nope. Oh, there we go. So focus, if I then press one of the buttons... If I press one of the buttons, that button, I then do a big stomp. I can then go bam, 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 do a full execution on this guy, and it's just as brutal. You can see his jaggly boobs go as hard as ever. And it lasts for a little bit. Now, that can be filled up with, as you can see, this bar here on the left. So I can use this to now fill up my focus. But, hey, focus is OP as hell. And it's mostly used for killing bosses or in situations like this where you just want to slice and dice a little bit. Oh, look at that gladiator in the back. Sorry, I was not even paying attention to the guy I was fighting. I was just enjoying watching that lad in the back just absolutely slice the hell out of that barbarian scum. I can just imagine Commodus on the balcony at the moment having an absolute nightmare. He's like, what's going on, lads? Why are you killing him? I'm just like, hey, mate, look at me. I can roll like a Dark Souls bitch. There's nothing you can do about it. So Ryse, Son of Rome 2, or Ryse 2. I'm assuming it's probably not going to be called Son of Rome 2. But it is coming. It has been announced. And that's about it. There's very little information, and as we'll get onto, I don't know where they're going to go with the story, because the story was pretty much done, pretty much complete. There isn't really that much further to go with it. Marius is, well, I'm not going to give any spoilers, but Marius is just chilling. Oh, God. We don't need more of you. Please, please. So I don't mind this portion of the game, the gladiator fights, but it is really nothing on the beginning part of the game when you're fighting with your legion. They do have this very iconic beach landing. And of course, because, you know, a beach landing has to be contested. So they were going for that Saving Private Ryan kind of beach landing with Romans. It made no sense, but it looked goddamn cool. But I'm sure you've seen a million times the clip from that. It was shown at the E3 gameplay when they first announced Ryse, Son of Rome, and I'm sure they're going to bring something similar back for the sequel. I need to actually get some of my focus back, because I'm going to lose this. Actually, no, we need health. We really need health. Let's do a bit of rolling over this way. Bit of rolling. Can we? There we go. We got an execution. We can get a bit of health on this. Essentially, it is kind of the story from Gladiator in some way. Your legion, you know, you get split up from it. You get captured. The Roman emperor himself, or the leader in Rome, is not very happy with you, and he tries to get you killed by just putting you in the worst scenarios in the arena. And of course, because we're Damocles slash Russell Crowe, we get ourselves out of it fine. These guys are proving a bit of a pain to get through, but I think we've got there with this guy. No, 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 no. We got to roll out of that. Okay, we got an execution. No. Oh, just about got the execution. See, if you trigger the execution, he can't get a hit on you, which is dumb, but it's definitely what I needed just then. Come on, the last guy. It's the guy with the big twirly hands. He's proving to be a bit of a pain, I can't lie. Just take him out. Come on. No, 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 no. Ouch. I mean, that's ridiculous. That is mental. I mean, just imagine showing a Roman soldier, you just rolling around this lad until finally you can get a kill. But God, it's Ryse in a Rome. What more could you want? See, my problem with battles like this is they go on forever, and it's just patterns, and they're very dull, I can't lie. It's like, okay, well, I dodge him, and now I dodge him again, and then I try and break his defense. It's just all the same stuff. And I think this was one of the main problems, is what audience is this going towards? Because it's very basic in terms of gameplay style. There isn't really all that much substance to the game. And for a historical fan, you're not really getting the game you wanted, if I'm going to be honest with you. What are you doing, Commodus? You know what? I do like this game, but I think this sums it up perfectly. It's alright, mate. We've all had a long day.